So I just got back from the Color Street National Conference on Sunday night, and last night, maybe the night before, I'm laying in bed, and for some reason the movie role in my head that I'm playing, because let's face it, my brain is always going and going and going. The movie role in my head is flashing back to the very first conference I ever went to. And I started thinking back, because it was middle school. Middle school, holy moly. I went to a conference in middle school. Who does that? So I started thinking back, and that got me thinking about middle school and where I've come and where I've been. And looking at this and thinking about it, I know I can't be the only one. I can't be. Middle school was such a daunting time for me. One week, I was hanging out with the popular kids, going to parties, because we had parties in middle school, different parties than we have now, obviously. But I was part of the crowd. It was great. And then the next week, there'd be a party that who I thought was my friend was having, and I didn't even get invited to it. What? Who does that? Middle school girls do that. That's who. It was during middle school that I learned that following the crowd was the path to popularity. All I had to do was whatever everyone else was doing. So simple. I could be popular. Cue Kristen Chenoweth singing her heart out on stage for Wicked, because let's face it, I'm not going to do it. But that's all I had to do. Follow the crowd. So simple. But here's the catch. It was also during middle school that I realized I didn't want to do what everyone else was doing. Popular or not, I was always an old soul. I was 30 when I was 15. And I could see that mistakes were being made. Potentially big mistakes. And I didn't want to be part of that. Suddenly, I found myself not being invited to anything. I was out. It was hard. There were tears. No 8th grade girl wants to be ousted, but there it was. Turns out, middle school was a positive turning point for me. I just didn't know it yet. First of all, it was then that I decided I wasn't just going to go along with the crowd. It didn't make me very popular, but it meant I was developing integrity and a voice of my own. Those have served me so much better than being popular in school ever would have. It was also during those tender years that I attended my first ever conference. A conference. For some reason, I had joined the PTSA in middle school, Parent Teacher Student Association. Why? I have no idea. Probably because my mom was going anyway, so I just went with her. Next thing I knew, we had the opportunity to attend the state PTSA conference in Traverse City. Okay, I'm in. I went with the 3 girls that are in the picture with me. I'll throw the picture up below so you can see it. And a couple of moms. Not my mom. What did I take away from that very first conference? Well, it was 1992. I was 13 years old, so I honestly have no idea. I do have memories of moving around the huge resort we were staying in and having some free time to explore and take goofy pictures inside and outside of the local stores and whatnot. But I remember nothing of the education we were supposed to get. Little did I know that conference would be the first of many in my life. After that, I went to 3 or 4 more conferences in high school for clubs I had joined. In college, I went to my sorority's national convention. I went to several teaching conferences when I was a high school science teacher. One took me on a road trip all the way to Cornell University in New York. I brought my mom along on that one. It was kind of a little girls' road trip, too. This past weekend was my first, but definitely not my last, Color Street National Conference. I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to bond with my sisters and learn tons of ways to grow our businesses and support and coach our own teams. And I know you might laugh that I call them sisters, but honestly, this group of women is amazing. It's like a sorority without the exclusivity or social pressure. These women have become my friends, my mentors, my teammates, cheerleaders, and so much more. I have so much love and appreciation for them and love that they have my back. I can't wait to go to Cancun with them, and then next year, Vegas. It's going to be great.